Alright, I wasn't going to make a video on this, but I figured I'd make it real quick. Alright, so this is my spare RBC intake manifold that I have. I have the runners cut out here. And what I am also going to do, or what I already did, port match this. So it's 70 mil for the J35. I'm sorry, J37. This is the stock C3 throttle body. This is the J37 80 millimeter input. God damn, bitch is in there tight. And there it is. Look at the difference between the two. Shit. This whole throttle body fits inside of this one. And some. Alright, so what I'm doing is I am prepping for the supercharger. The supercharger from Merc Racing is on back order, so what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to go E85 with a J37 with a RBC port matched with the coolant bypass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set everything up ready for the supercharger just to come and slap on. We also need to cut, I believe it's this right here. We have to shave that a little bit off. So when I take off this RBC, I'll shave that off. I'll tap into the head for the coolant bypass. We'll put in this RBC. Here's my coolant bypass right here. And this is the coolant that goes into the RBC. I chopped that off. Used an angle grinder. And there it is. So what this does, it flows coolant inside the RBC, in and out. Causes the RBC to get hotter. Cut that off. This is going to bolt on just like so. Here is your plug. You could put a water temp sensor here. That's pretty dope. This here, we're going to tap into that. We're going to drill that through. Tap into the head. So we could put a bolt here, a bolt here, and then this is going to go right here on the RBC. It is tension loaded with a spring, so it tries to keep this pressed down, but we're going to help it with a bolt here and a bolt there. If you don't do this right, you will get some leaks. That's why you have to tap your head. Have the spacer here for the J37. This bolts up something like so. Then the J37 bolts on to here. What I am also going to do, and I will do this in a separate video, is we're going to be replacing the motors on the old Z3 and replace it with the one on the J37, because the motors, they take different ohm readings. So the electricity that's flowing to it is not as strong as these need it. It's capable for this one, so that's why we're going to throw this motor into this one, so it is capable of opening up the throttle plate as soon as possible. Like I said, this is the 80 mil. Look at, sucker is super big. Super big. This motherfucker right here though. There you go. Just gotta squeeze that motherfucker in there. Look at that. So we'll do that for now. Like I said, this is my spare RBC. I am waiting for everything. Well, the supercharger. So I think for now what I'm gonna do is I'm just still waiting for fittings that are gonna connect to the 90s here, and then it's gonna be a T, yeah, like a barb end, so you could put in the hose. It's gonna be 3/8. Then I'm gonna connect that directly into the fuel pump, like so. Here is the hose, so that's gonna go to that. Then it's gonna go to the AM fitting. Then we're gonna have another one for the return. We'll put in the fuel pump in there. We'll make our lines, run our lines. I already have the K20A heat shield gasket, so this one has the coolant bypass already there. Already have the belt for the supercharger. have the air intake temperature for the supercharger. I also have the K24 bar map sensor. There it is. We have all our fittings. The wrench to do the AN fittings. I bought the tool to make the AN fittings for the vice grip. We have the coolant adapter. We have our lines. We have our injectors. We have our fuel pump regulator. We're ready to rock and roll, bruh. We're ready to rock and roll. So, just waiting for the supercharger. But I think for what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start getting everything ready. See, these are for the AN fittings. These go on the vice clamp, so it has a nice groove there. So you could grab your AN fittings and make them accordingly to the way you need to. So I am just getting everything prepped. You might have seen this. I don't like to say this, but hey, let's blaze it. Yeah, I'm gonna wash this, get it nice and ready. What else am I? I'm just waiting for those AN adapter fittings, so I can start doing the fuel pump and everything else. After that, we'll start throwing everything in. I'll even throw in this one here too, so I already have everything set. And we're almost supercharged. We are getting there. For now, we're gonna try to make some extra ponies. This is the J35 with the throttle body spacer for the J35 with the RBC port match to match the J35. And I have the other RBC, like I said, port matched to the J37. Look at this. Eee! Beautiful. Yep. Nice and fresh. Perfect. All right. So that's pretty much it. Kind of excited about this. Can't wait to install this. Yeah. I have to wait for those fittings because I'm gonna need a retune after this. My car's not gonna run right with this intake throttle body. Bigger fuel pump, bigger injectors. So we'll just wait for the other pieces to the puzzle to finish this off. Sweet. Stop wasting everybody's time. Just wanted to make a little quick update what I am doing. It is on back order, like I said. Maybe, hopefully not a freaking year, but we are gonna go E for now with bigger intake. Let's see what that does. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.